What's up, guys? So today I'm gonna give you my initial first impressions. Just got it, when did I get it? I got it Friday. Friday I got it. It's, so it's been 2 days. I put about 40 kilometers on it right now. So let's go for a walk. You ready? Indy? You ready? Here we go. So, my initial first impressions. Way heavier than I thought it was going to be. And it's actually good and a bad thing. It's good because with the additional weight, it gives it more mass. So when you're running over things, the momentum keeps you through. But the downside of it is I'm actually surprised how much this doesn't feel like a longboard compared to something like my G2. With the G2, it's lighter. It feels more like a skateboard, where this feels more like I'm riding a Segway or something. I don't know. It's big and heavy, and the wheels are beefy. I have did one trip that was about 20 some kilometers when I first got the board in one shot, and I pretty much burned through the batteries. But I'm definitely gonna say a couple caveats here. One, it's like, I don't know, 22 degrees here, something like that. And it's cold. And then the other thing is that because I got one of the first batches, I have the bad charger. They're sending me a new one. So I don't think my battery was at 100%. So I really do think it's unfair for me to give you range results at this point, because but that first trip I did, it just ate it up. Like it could care less. It's strong, it's powerful. It was awesome. My legs weren't nearly as tired. I just claw through crap. Shit I wouldn't normally ever think of touching with my my other board. This one, it's fun. So far, I'm really digging this. Can I help you? Weirdness number 2 is you can't push this board like you can a normal hub motor board. Like you can, but like, there's so much resistance compared to a normal longboard. It just doesn't feel good, which is really weird. I imagine it's more similar to what owning a belt-driven board is like. So that's another big thing that's different, that when your battery dies, there's no way you're pushing this thing back home. You're taking a cab. Another thing that's new to me, which I have to get used to as well, is adjusting the kingpins. So this is a double kingpin, I think is what it's called, compared to a normal standard electric longboard. And just from an adjustment perspective, there's 2 adjustment points you can make. And when I was doing my first long range test, I was getting speed wobble, but I think it's because I loosened too much of one of the board, the pins, and not enough of the other. So, but it's only at top speed. So like I said, this board runs amazing. The actual board itself is flexy and comfy. I have enough room to kind of do what I need to do. It's pretty awesome. The other thing I like about this board is how lazy it's making me as a skater. So when I'm normally riding, I ride with the 96mm wheels on my G2. G2 S1/2, because I kind of upgraded half the components on it already. When I have my other board, I'm like constantly paying attention to what I'm running over, so I don't flip myself out and die. This board, I just stopped caring for most things other than the largest of bumps and stuff, because I can just crush anything. And it's amazing, but at the same time, I think the laziness is going to end up making me kill myself, because I shouldn't just be so blatantly plowing into crap at top speeds. So I can really see myself eventually hurting myself on this thing. Holy shit, it's cold. Ah! One thing that's really nice too is how smooth this board is. There's no, I don't even know what the word for it is, but like those micro vibrations you get with hard polyurethane wheels, where just every little bump gets knocked through your feet, and then after like after being on this board for an hour, your legs just get tired because it feels like someone's been shaking them for the last hour. This thing, it's so smooth. It's like butter. You just keep on going. On the topic of support, Backfire's been awesome. Like I said, I got one of the bad chargers. Honestly, there's people pissed about it. I don't know. I get it. Guess what? This is like probably the 150th board they made. There's going to be things that come up, and their support's been awesome, and they already got in touch with me and said they're going to be shipping me one as soon as they can ensure that the one they're replacing it with doesn't just act up again. So, yeah. I think I'm going to do a couple more videos. I'm going to keep this one fairly light and vague. I just wanted to kind of give you my initial impressions, and maybe I'll come back to do a real one in a little bit, a week or two. I want to have a little bit more experience on this board, just because I just haven't had the time on it to speak definitively about it. But if anyone's on the fence for Christmas, get it. Like, it's good. You're not going to be disappointed. If you're already in that market for this kind of board. It's not a true off-road board. I would say it's a shitty road carver. Like, if you have crappy roads and you want to be able to just not think about how you're going to make it through sidewalks and just torn up asphalt, this thing will just crush it. Where like something like a normal electric longboard with polyurethane wheels, it's just not suited for that. Can I mention again how heavy this board is? Like, I get it, it's batteries, and batteries have weight, but like, holy crap. Never really gave much thought about it. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's probably like 5 pounds more or whatever, but this thing's a beast. It's definitely not something you think you could carry like on a backpack or something like that. Like, this is unlike my other board, this one will be a little bit more of a pain in the ass too if I actually had to go into a train station and carry this thing around a lot. So keep an eye on the channel. We got a Christmas break coming up, so I'm gonna have a lot more free time in the next little while. So definitely gonna do another video. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to put a quick 100 on it and see some real tests on it. Maybe take it on some trails, mixed city stuff. See how it goes. Definitely want to do some range tests. It's gonna be a challenge because, well, you know what? I'll do a practical range test. My range test will be what you can expect when it's like, you know, in the low 30s into the 20s, because I'm assuming I'm not the only one that's going to be doing that. So we'll look at it that way, and then in the summertime we'll come back when the weather's decent. Or you'll just go to someone else's YouTube channel and they'll tell you. So that's my initial impressions of the board. I'm really liking it a lot. Like, it's a solid buy for the money too. I ended up I was fortunate to be an early backer, so I'm getting it way cheaper than it originally came out. But yeah, it crossed off a lot of the requirements I had. One of the biggest reasons why I got a replacement for this guy, it's not really a replacement, more I would say another board to complement it, is that I walk my dog in the wintertime, and this thing can't handle the water, this thing can't handle the slush, just the crap that comes out on the road during the wintertime. The hope and the desire and the whole reason I bought that is that this guy will be able to basically help me deal with this guy all winter long. Come here. Say hello to everyone. Yeah, say hello to everyone. Look at you gotta look at the camera, dude. Camera. You're embarrassing me. So like I said, this one's not going to be heavily produced. I just wanted to get my quick thoughts out there. So stick around and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.